if you look at the results in terms of the areas where we overperformed, you will get an idea of why the DA for the last 7 to 8 weeks have been going for us over and above the ANC and every other political party. They are upset with us that we had the audacity to reject the Moonshot Coalition because they believe black people should always be under the mentorship of a political party like theirs because we are not fit enough, we are not smart enough to stand on our own and run a campaign. And if you look at the parties that joined the Moonshot Coalition, they have been eaten by the DA. Secondly, they appeared to have been offended that we dared to point out their governance failures in the Western Cape. When people who live in shacks that look no better than chicken coops in the rural areas feel they need somebody to represent them too, they are upset and offended because of that, because we refuse to allow them to be our masters. No, we're not engaged in any coalition talks. Like I said, we wanted to put a score on the scoreboard. We were beginning from zero, right? We didn't even know which areas we could focus on more specifically, like other established political parties are, where they know which voting districts they're strong and they can build upon it. So those are some of the disadvantages of being a new political organization. So we've had to contest this election to establish a base and make more informed decisions about how we contest in the future. And we are going to contest by-elections now, for instance. So this is a creditable performance. We finished ahead of all the new political parties. We've overtaken some established political parties. And had it not been for MK, we would have done a heck of a lot better in the city of eThekwini and Gauteng. But really, MK had a significant impact on us because we were campaigning in ANC-dominated areas. So when that breaking away happened, it affected us too. I think that there will be a lot of pressure on the DA, the IFP, and the ANC to work together. I think at this stage that kind of looks logical. I don't know if the political parties themselves would have the appetite for it. Otherwise, any other formulation becomes incredibly complicated and potentially highly unstable. But we're not going around shopping ourselves for a coalition. We're not going to do that. If any political party believes we could make a contribution in government, we'll look at the proposal. Otherwise, we've been elected to be in parliament, and that's where we're going. So the way forward for Rise Mzansi, we've got some by-elections to fight now that we've got the data. In Madibeng, we'll fight a by-election now in June, and we'll fight a by-election in the northern suburbs of Johannesburg. I think it's 80 or 82, where we had a good performance in this election. So that's the value of participating in an election. Now you can make those decisions. But we're going to keep building. We're going to train activists. We're going to train them in our political system. They're going to know how government works, how to serve communities, understand our civic system. We are going to have the best councillor candidates in 2026. And we're going to remain active with citizens' assemblies in every community. For instance, after this election, we're going back to some of the communities to say, hey, we are going to parliament, what do you want us to do? We're never in it for just this election. I mean, like I was saying in the main briefing, to hope to make a big impact from nothing. And then, when you have a modest outcome, as you should, because you are a new political organization, you walk off. Like, no. We've set out a vision that is a generation-long vision. That's 15 to 20 years. We are patient and we're going to keep building.